Hi. Um, so, I'm a couple minutes late. Sorry about that. I just got back from the grocery store. I had not eaten dinner yet, uh, and I'm hungry. So I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes. We should have some people joining us shortly. Hi. Um, how are you guys tonight? You good? All right. I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes. It's kind of casual tonight. It's nothing formal. I'll go over the topic that I was researching today um, a little bit and then update you guys about some stuff that I'm doing. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. Update you guys some about things that I'm doing in my personal life to make sure that I can follow all of this all the way through for years. Not just repeal and change the laws now, but to make sure that they stay that way. No, I'm not going to be a politician. Nope. But just a couple of things that I'm doing. Today I was, I guess you could say, following the money in my research. I was going to do Taking Apart Bob Ferguson part 3 today, but while I was trying to research the general base topic of where I was going to dig into, I had some problems with downloading some files off of the PDC site. The PDC is the Public Disclosure Commission. That's where politicians and lobbyists go to report their activities and their campaigns and their fundraising. I found some pretty interesting things. I am able to confirm that, yes, Bob Ferguson is registered with the PDC to run for office in 2020. However, he's not registered to run for governor. He's registered to run for attorney general again. But following that and looking into some things, I kind of saw a couple of contributions that I questioned a bit. I saw some paid services paid to a company that he ended up suing a couple of months later on behalf of the people of Washington State after paying a significant amount of campaign contributed money to these people. And then there was a few of his staff, particularly deputy attorneys general, had made campaign contributions to him. So I started to kind of look. I saw that stuff, and I just started to dig into it, and there's quite a bit. And the reason I'm not going into detail about it tonight is because I want to make sure that I have the facts and that I verify all of my facts and that I double and triple check. Because those, I'm not out to slander anybody, That's not what I'm doing. I feel like you guys have a right to know if he's doing things that are questionable. But I have no interest in destroying a person because of a theory. I want to be able to verify facts before I call somebody out. And because of the number of reports filed and the type of file that was available for download, it wasn't compatible with my computer. So I wasn't able to get the information downloaded in time for me to screen it thoroughly. So I just, we're going to be casual tonight. So that's what I'm researching right now is campaign funding, campaign contributions, conflicts of interest, and possible personal lobbying. That would be a publicly elected official lobbying on behalf of himself. It sounds kind of confusing, but it's pretty straightforward. I'll go into that, I'm hoping, on Friday. So the next thing is, my husband's over there. The next thing is I'm very committed to this cause, and I want to be able to go forward and follow this through and see it all the way through. It's kind of, to me, it's a huge commitment. It's one that you're in for the long haul, right? So to further that goal, I'm going to be starting school on Monday. I'm going to be starting school for Bachelor's of Arts in Government. A few years back, I had started school studying for a bachelor's in psychology with an emphasis in criminal justice. So I kind of did a major change, but that's because this is important to me. The Second Amendment is extremely important to me. And the things that I'm going to learn in classes and going to school are things that I need to know, Yeah, anybody needs to know if they're gonna get involved in something like this, more than just protesting, more than just testifying in a committee, going further with it. And I want the education. I want to learn more about it. And the more I learn about it, the more I'm able to make sure that our Second Amendment rights stay where they're supposed to be. So there was that. And then also I got some software that will allow me to go through and do the initiative or bill proposal much faster, much more thorough, and much more accurately than if I was having to do it all by hand. Thank you, Harmony. So I'm going to be working on that. I have the entire RCW Chapter 9, or Title 9, Chapter 41 downloaded onto my computer now, and I have an editing program that I'll be able to use to go in and do the scratch outs and the underlines and the adding new sections directly to it. And so that way I can go through that chapter section by section and not have to worry about, it's conflicting because it covers too many issues. Just do it section by section, right? Multiple initiatives, cool. It's all done. Or just do it all at once in a complete bill proposal. So that's the other project that I'm working on. You guys, I know it's not a super exciting thing, but we're just sitting here chatting, and I'm eating my mini burgers for dinner. But I wanted to kind of update you guys. No, Harmony, I'm not going to run for office. No, I'm not a politician. I'm too honest to be a politician. No, I'm too honest to be a politician. I wouldn't know how to phrasing. Well, just like that, for example, the phrasing I just used, it was very, very brutally honest, to the point maybe possibly of offending some politicians without intentionally meaning to. I'm going to go the other route. I'm going to be an activist, possibly looking further into it, lobbyist. I haven't decided which one of those two I want to do yet. But I do know that it's a good cause and it's necessary. We have to have people fighting it, doing more than grassroots stuff, we have to have that there. No on the lobbying. Please no. Why is that, Harmony? I do want to let you know that lobbying, I wouldn't be the lobbyists that go and schmooze the politicians. I would be at the grassroots level. I'd be lobbying for the people. Oh, not there. There's a lot of different types of lobbying. There are lobbyists that don't get paid. There are lobbyists who will go in and interact and throw big fancy parties and things like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about at the grassroots level. I'm getting people out there to vote, educating, basically kind of stuff that I'm doing now, but on a much bigger scale. It's what is the difference? Harmony, the difference is that paid lobbyists, they're contracted by people, they're contracted by people and organizations. For instance, the Alliance for Gun Responsibility, they'll take their lobbyists and they'll pay them either by salary or some other form of compensation to go in and woo and throw parties and schmooze with our representatives and senators and other elected officials to get their initiatives or their ideas or what serves their specific interests into discussion at the legislature, or to influence the legislator's vote. It borders on bribery. Grassroots lobbying is what I'm doing already, except it's more about the people, and you're lobbying in favor of the people. You represent the interests of the citizens, of the voters, not special interest groups, not corporations. I would never, ever, ever approach a politician on behalf of a corporation. Special interest groups. The Second Amendment, I don't consider it a special interest. I consider it a right. So yeah, I will go in and approach politicians about our rights, especially if they're being violated. And I will go in and I will call out any politician who tries to violate that. That's the biggest difference. Is one is paid to go in and brown nose with the elite, by the elite, and the other is firmly for the people. Grassroots lobbyists often pay their own expenses, spend their own money for whatever campaign they're working on. They don't take gifts or compensation or other consideration, as it's called, for what they do. So that's the biggest difference. But other than that, you guys, that's just a few little updates. I'm learning a lot through my research about a lot of things that I didn't have any clue. Also, the Liberty First Foundation, I mentioned them in a post earlier. I would really, really like it if you guys go check out their page. I think it would be, there's a lot of good information on there. They have a Facebook page, and then they have a website also. There's a whole lot of really good information in both of those places, and it's a good way to keep yourselves updated about what's going on across the country too, because like I said, they're national. They're not just statewide, they're national. We're not the only state fighting, and a lot of the country, the states that are fighting this sort of stuff, they're looking at Washington right now. They're looking at Washington State to see how we're fighting it. So if you go check out the Liberty First Foundation, both on Facebook and at their website, and I will post the link to the website when I'm done here. I think you'll find that there's really good information. There's good people on their page, and they're all working really, really hard. Some of them at the national level right now, tackling Congress. So go check them out. And that's basically all I had to say tonight. Again, it's really important to make sure you have your facts and you have the information that you need before you go presenting them in a public manner. So, yeah, I'm not interested in slandering anyone, but I am interested in holding them accountable and making public things that they do that are shady. All right, you guys, I'll see you on Friday, 8:30. I'm hoping that my research for part 3 is done by then. But like I said, there's a lot. And you guys have a really, really awesome night.